Here we go. Again, I will not be mentioning names, guys. Do you think it's weird that such and such is dating the man such and such was once involved with? I actually feel like blank is trying to get back at the both of you. I think it's very, very weird.
Hold on for a minute, let me count mine. You know. Ask me what I'm doing, just grinding. Haters wanna hate, let them hate, never mind them. Be more bins, tryna reach the next plateau. And I can't stop till I achieve my goals. Keep a couple feet inside the photos. So official with the vibe, you can kick up my zone. Hold on for a minute, let me count mine. You know.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Damon Crier, and I am back with another video. If you have not subscribed to the Crier family, please turn that bell on, subscribe to the channel. But being subscribed to the channel only means you are subscribed. In order to get the notifications whenever I drop a video on the Crier family, you must turn on that bell with the vibrating symbol. That way, every time I upload a video on the Crier family, all of you guys will get the notifications. Also, guys, we are back doing post notification shout outs at the end of every single video. I'm getting straight to the point with this. I'm not gonna make this intro extremely long because a lot of my videos I do talk a lot. And then a lot of the videos I'm mainly talking anyway because I'm trying to express something to you guys. So I put a notification up on my Insta story earlier this afternoon that I was going to be doing a Q&A today. And I said, don't hold back, ask any questions. And that's exactly what this video is about. This may be by far one of the longest Q&As I've ever been involved in on the Crier family or any other platform. I so far screenshotted, I think 24 or 25 questions. And you guys know when I read the question, I like to elaborate to the fullest on it so that you guys can understand. And I'm not gonna hold back. And I also wanna address a lot of stuff to a lot of you content creators out there, especially you smaller content creators who does like a lot of commentary on people. And when I say people, I'm not meaning it as myself. We put ourselves out there in YouTube for people to talk about us. People make reaction videos and get a commentator on us. And so this is not speaking of me, this is speaking of other people. I wanna say this, because the word lawsuit has been floating around the internet for the last few days. I don't know where that's coming from, but I'm here to tell you guys, one of my friends, actually one of my best friends, is actually a defamation of character attorney. You guys cannot be sued by giving your thoughts and opinion on a video. People will use the word lawsuit as a tool to try to silence y'all. So y'all can stop talking about them. Y'all don't have to. Y'all don't have to stop talking about them. Y'all can keep doing your videos. But I want to give you guys a few key points about a lawsuit. In order for someone to actually legitimately file a lawsuit, just because a person filed a lawsuit on you doesn't mean that they're going to win a lawsuit or get anything out of the lawsuit. In order for somebody to effectively file a lawsuit on any of you guys, they have to first show proof that they've reached out to you via email, text message, or a phone call and asked you to remove the content. They have to show proof that they've reached out to you. They can't just sue you. Guys, another thing is, if you don't, now you can say a person's name in a video, like my name is mentioned in a lot of videos, the Crier family, blah, blah. That stuff doesn't bother me. I'm cool with that stuff, man, because these people are just giving their commentary. They're giving their opinions and thoughts on the video that you might have put out there or something that you said in a previous video. That's all they're doing. Now, if you associate someone's name with the allegation, like this, okay, you can say something like, well, my ex-boyfriend slapped the living hell out of me. You can get away with that very easily. But when you associate someone's name with the allegation, then that's when the road gets a little bit tricky. You could find yourself running on a really thin line of potentially being involved in some type of a lawsuit dispute. You can do commentary on anybody, guys. You don't have to stop. You don't have to tread lightly. Just be careful if you're associating a person's name with it. And I'm speaking because I watch a lot of commentary. I watch Some are AB Empire. She's a young lady. She does like panel videos or whatever. There's another one, young lady, Queen Rose. She does videos. And speaking of Queen Rose, I came into one of her videos one day, and she had did a commentator video on me, and I think she thought I was being sarcastic, but I came into her comments and I was like, hey, thank you for the support, keep grinding. I think her and her fans took it as I was trying to be funny, but I wasn't. If I ever come into your comment section, it's because I know that you made a video about me, because I'm forced to see the video, because if my name is in the title, obviously it's gonna pop up in my search engine. So if I come into your comments and you see that check mark, that verification badge, it's really your boy. It's really me. When I do stuff like that, I'm stopping by to show support. I'm the type of person, even if a person says something about you that you don't like in a video, you know, all they're doing is just giving people their commentary on how they feel about certain things that you did in a video. I don't see nothing wrong with that. Some people jump on their feelings and get mad and all that stuff, but I'm not like that, man. I mean, I comment on a lot of people who do videos about me. I do, but it's so many, I can't comment on everyone. So just know, if I slide into your comments on the video that you did about me, I'm not there to be funny or to be rude. If you're doing commentary on me, it means that you're watching me and that you're supporting me and you're talking about something that you've seen me do. Sometimes when people talk about things that they've seen you do, whether it's good or bad, sometimes that commentary could actually help you become a better person. And so that's what I do appreciate. Do I agree with everything that some of these people say about me? No, I don't agree with everything. But at the same time, they're also teaching me things about myself. They're saying things to me or about me that other people are scared to tell me because they think I'm gonna get mad and blow off the handle. But actually, I don't. It actually helps me. So thank you guys for that. Now, I wanted to start this video off with the lawsuit thing because I hear some people in their videos saying, well, I better be careful. Oh, I better be careful. Guys, yes, I did send a strike to someone several months ago, and it was something I didn't want to do. I didn't want to do that. I only did it because, like, I felt like the relationship, like, oh my God, I got dark. Okay, here we go. I felt like that there was too much of a close connection as far as my kids versus stepdad versus real dad. And I really didn't want to do that, man. That's something that I felt really bad about. That's not something that I just do lightly, just throw strikes around. So guys, I'm not gonna be sitting here trying to send strikes to nobody. You guys all deserve to make money on YouTube just like the next person. I support a lot of channels, and a lot of you guys who do commentary on me, I do watch y'all videos. I'm supporting from a distance. I might be in the bushes, but I'm supporting silently. And if I do comment, please don't think that I'm being rude or bashful or nasty to you, because I signed up for this and this comes with the territory. So I'm not gonna be one of those people threatening to sue you guys just to silence y'all. You guys should be able to talk about what y'all wanna talk about on y'all platform. But the tips that I just gave you, be very mindful of those tips. If you're gonna talk about these people in a bad way, just don't associate their name. That's the whole key. A person can threaten to sue you all day long, but they have to have proof that you mentioned their name, got a picture popped up of them. Again, this stuff doesn't bother me. I've been doing this for 6 years, which means my skin is pretty tough. You know, some things bother me, some things don't bother me, but for the most part, you guys would not believe I support a lot of channels. And a lot of you guys who do commentating on me, I support y'all channels. I'll be watching. I don't always say anything, but I'll definitely be watching. You know, but a lot of you guys, I'm gonna say this, keep grinding. Don't let nobody stop you. No matter what people say about you on other channels or in videos, it doesn't matter. Everyone deserves the same opportunity. We all get the same 24 hours in a day. It doesn't make me no better because I'm at 500,000 than somebody else with 5,000 or 500 subscribers. I'm no better or no different. I just got a few more followers. That's it, man. So don't let nothing hold you guys back. If you guys doing commentator and that's your way of making a living and that's what y'all enjoy doing as a side hustle and y'all done built your fan base off that, just find ways to do it better. Don't let nothing stop you. And you heard that straight from Damian Cryer. So anyway, we're gonna get into this video, guys. Again, it's gonna be kind of a long video, but we'll see. And for some reason, my camera got dark twice. I don't know what that was about. So anyway, I'm gonna go over what I put on my Insta story today. Some pretty interesting questions. And to be honest with you, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I did not see those questions coming. On my Insta story today, I posted, hey guys, let's do our monthly Q&A. No holding back, please ask me anything. Video drops today, let's go. And people did exactly that. This has been out for only an hour, guys, so sorry the video is on short notice, but there's over 1,500 people viewed this in the hour that it's been out. So we're gonna get into this video. Again, guys, don't forget, after this video, don't forget to like, comment, share the video. For the people who made it to the section late to be able to comment on their questions, I'm really sorry about that. But this is a video that I think that really needs to be done right now. Usually my Q&As are between the between the 3rd and the 7th of every month. It's something I started doing about a year ago. So I try to stay consistent with the Q&As because it's something that people look forward to, and to be able to know if something different has changed since the last time I did a Q&A. I don't want this TV to have it be a distraction in the background, so I'm gonna end it. So guys, someone asked, Damon, Jaleesa, hey Jaleesa. Guys, remember Jaleesa, Lady J? What's up, Lady J? Lady J asks, what faults of yours are you willing to admit when it comes to your relationships? That is a very good question, coming from somebody that I was once with. Thank you for the question, Jaleesa. What faults of yours are you willing to admit when it comes to your relationships? A lot of stuff, you know, even though I'm a sarcastic type, if I'm arguing with my girl or something, I'll say something slick like, you know what, it's my fault. I'll just take the blame for it because that's what I'm used to doing. But I do know that I do have faults of my own. I do know that when I'm upset, when I'm really irritated and angry, I'm not trying to listen, I'll walk away. I don't want to talk, and then a few hours later, I'm ready to talk, and by the time that I'm ready to talk and calm down, the other person doesn't really feel the same way. They're just angered at me because, you know, I wasn't willing to take the time when the situation was heated. And another thing that I noticed my fault is, you know, like in the past, I was known to hold grudges. A situation that was going on right now that needed to be addressed right now, I would not address it until I feel like addressing it. And that was one of my biggest downfalls, and that was one of my biggest faults that I was scared to admit. Another thing, one of my biggest faults was if I had something on my mind, like if I had an issue with her, being an ex-girlfriend or ex-relationship, if I had an issue with her, I would never tell her about it. I would actually just hold it in to myself, and then when I get mad, then I would actually, you know, blurt it out or something like something that you did to really irk my nerves. It could be something as simple as if we sit down having dinner, you're always on your phone, and when your phone rings, you always run outside to talk. And I believe that if I would have admitted that those things were something that really bothered me, that the circumstances would have turned out to be a lot different. So thank you for asking that question, Jaleesa Lady J. You guys go on over there and subscribe to Jaleesa. From what I understand, she's doing some great things over there, started her own business and stuff, got them candles over there and stuff, man. Go on over there and check it out. Thank you again, Lady J. Next question. Oh shoot. Are you single? I think everybody knows the answer to that question. I've said that in multiple videos that I have been single since whenever my last breakup was. I just don't remember the date and time and all that. I do know it was between, some people say September, but I believe, you know what guys, maybe it was September, because this is certain receipt that I got from a furniture store showing that when I made a purchase and then the other person made a purchase in September and we wasn't together. So I think that the breakup was in September. So my last, so I haven't been in a relationship since last September, and that's why I be telling people, just because you see me doing videos with somebody doesn't mean that we're in a relationship. It just means that I'm being supportive. We both trying to make the bag. If you guys remember, really late last year, I did a gold digger prank with a young lady and never heard from her again, never spoke to her again. She doesn't have my phone number and all that stuff. So even though I did the video with that young lady, that lady doesn't know me. It just happened. So when I'm in a video with somebody, it doesn't mean that we're in a relationship. It just means that we're doing our thing and that's it. There's no sex involved. There's none of the nasty stuff going on that people think. I know sometimes we put stuff out there and make it seem that way. But if I was in a relationship, one thing about me, guys, I'm greedy. I'm not gonna never not deny that I'm in a relationship with someone. When I'm in love and I'm really with them and we're genuinely together, I'm gonna admit that. We're gonna admit it both together. But I'm not gonna come on YouTube or any platform and say that I'm in a relationship if the other participant that's with me is not willing to come on there and say, yes, we're in a relationship. Because then it's just me saying we're in a relationship. And you guys know how breakups go, man. It's messy, especially in my line of work. If you have a breakup while you Damian Cryer, or you on a social media platform like Damian Cryer, and your platform is as big as Damian Cryer, you have a breakup, obviously it's gonna end bad. Because the party who breaks up with you is gonna do everything in their power to make you look bad. You guys witnessed it with your own eyeballs. Y'all seen it with your own, guys, the questions are still coming in. You guys have seen it with your own eyes over and over. And this is not shots at my son's mother either. This ain't even about her. So I want to make that very, very clear. Whew, I've been talking for 16 minutes already. I need a drink. A drink soda, not a drink. I don't drink alcohol like that. Besides, I got young kids, I'm always around my young son. And I'm not one of those people who's gonna be constantly drinking alcohol while I'm in the presence of my kids, knowing that my kids are around me. Some people are comfortable with that, but me, I'm not comfortable with getting in the car after drinking. I'm not comfortable drinking and you guys see my son with me a lot, and I just don't get down like that. Next question. Hi, Mr. Cryer, hope all is well to you. Do you really believe in your heart that you and your son's mother could see a future with her? I love y'all, and I just feel like with everything going on, she's under a lot of stress and her emotions might be all over the place. Please pray on it and really hope things work out for y'all. My answer to that question, guys, because a lot of people wonder, especially based off the video that I dropped last night. When I dropped that video, I meant everything I said in that video. There comes a boiling point in a person's life where you just get fed up with trying to be Mr. Nice Guy. That doesn't mean that I love that individual any less. You can love a person, but not be with them. You can love a person and not be in a relationship with them. We all do it. I love you guys, and I don't even know half of you guys. I just don't know what the future holds for me. But what I do know from this point, I have to draw a line somewhere. And that's just that. I have to draw a line somewhere. I just wish all parties involved the best, because as an older man, I always think I got more years in back of me than I got in front of me. I can't keep taking risks with my life because, and especially YouTube is a job for me. It's my business. And I don't want to keep putting I'm sorry guys. I can't, I don't know how long I can continue to put my platform at risk of being taken from me, if I continue going down the same road. She's a good woman. She's a good woman in her own way. Some people are meant for each other, and some people just aren't meant for each other. And again, that's not to say that I care less. It just means that it's time to start thinking differently, man. We got to start thinking about what's really important. These children are important. These children are born in a world of our BS, man. BS that they're gonna be watching online one day. And there's nothing that we can be able to do to stop it. They're gonna be looking back one day and say, damn, that was my mom and dad 10 years ago. They look like idiots. And their friends is gonna be watching it. Their friends' parents are gonna be watching it. And they're gonna be saying, damn, that's your parents? You know? So sometimes it's time to just make a change and try to do better. And that's one thing that I try to do is stress, is try to do better for myself and try to do better by my kids. You know, I was one of them bum dudes, man, who wasn't a dad to his kids. And that's why I'm so aggressive when it comes to my children. And that's why this whole situation freaking offends me. That knowing that my dad didn't want to be a part of my life. You know, that is so offensive, man. That is offensive on every freaking level. And then when I see this situation, it just really takes me over the edge. Because none of us asked to be here. None of us asked for this public humiliation and embarrassment. None of us asked for this. And that's sick. Let me stop. I'm getting in my feelings now, guys. Sorry about that. Next person, what is your biggest lesson you learned in 2022? Biggest lesson I learned in 2022 is not to tell my freaking personal business. And I think you guys can all agree with that. And it's not just me. It's just one of the biggest lessons that I learned, man. Is not to go blurt my mouth off about moves that I'm about to make. You know, for instance, if I'm gonna go to the grocery store, I know damn well I better not tell nobody that because it might be a problem. You know, so I'm gonna move on from that. But yes, guys. Somebody asked, what is your deepest fear? That right there, I needed that question. I needed that. I really needed that. What is my biggest fear? My biggest fear just happened. One of the biggest fears that I came into this year having, it just happened to me. It literally just happened. And I didn't even see it coming. Thought about it. Didn't even see it coming. Another one of my biggest fears is like, I'm 51 years old now. Jesus, one of my biggest fears is that it might be close to being over for me. And I know I shouldn't think that way, you know, but I am a man who was shot multiple times. I am a man who had a long history of smoking cigarettes. I am a man who used to have a serious alcohol problem. I've had a lot of damage done to my body over the years from being in street gangs to fighting and being stabbed, again shot. I was shot 6 times, not separately, but I was shot 6 times all at one time. One of my biggest fears is, you know, leaving before I can see my youngest kids graduate. I think that bothers me more than anything in the world. Like, I used to read the newspaper all the time, and one of the sections, well, 2 of the sections I used to always read was the Metro section. Because the Metro section actually shows like people you know who might have got arrested for crimes that they committed. And the other section was the obituaries. And I used to always pay attention to the age of a lot of the older black men. And I, you know, like one of the things I noticed in the obituaries, like guy 51 passed away, guy 50, 49, 53, 54, 51, 51. And that's like one of my biggest fears. Everybody in those obituary sections and those obituary columns, they all have family. You know, they all have children, they all have, you know, family, people who love them. That's one of my biggest fears, is that, you know, I may leave soon, you know. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I mean, when I was in my 20s, I could never see myself, you know, turning 30. You know, because I felt like I was getting old and old. And as you can imagine, when I was in my 30s, it just devastated me to cross over to the age of 40. Because I felt like, okay, I'm 40, I got at least 10 good years left. I'm not saying that this is factual, guys. I'm just telling you guys what my fear was and still is. So as you can imagine, when I was in my 40s, when I hit that 50 mark, I was like, Jesus, it's just felt like time is getting closer and closer. I know that I shouldn't think that way, but sometimes we have to prepare ourselves for the unexpected. And that's in any situation, even when you're really young, you just never know when you're gonna be called home for your next assignment. Whether we all believe it or not, we are all here for an assignment. And a lot of us spend all of our whole entire life trying to figure out what that assignment is that we're here for. But believe it or not, we all have an assignment. And when he's ready to call you home, he's calling you home because it's your time. Your journey here is complete. So that's one of my biggest fears. That was a very, very good question that was asked of me. Someone asked, Ruth Thomas. And the reason why I'm reading some names, guys, because the way that I screenshotted it, I accidentally covered up the name when I screenshotted it. And a lot of the people who commented, they don't really have names. It's like J34, cool for life, stuff like that. So Ruth Thomas replied to my story and said, do you see yourself getting married again in the future, Mr. Cryer? Wow. I wish, man. I wish. I'm not gonna lie. I wish I had that again. Man, listen, before all of this blowing up on YouTube and stuff, I was married. I loved the life I had. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Don't get me wrong, this right here, this life took a while to get used to. Man, big on social media like this, I didn't think it was gonna be this big. I was thinking maybe, 40, 50K one day, but good, over 500,000. But I do miss that life, man. I do miss coming home from work, cutting the grass and doing husband type stuff. Yes, I would like to get married again one day. I mean, Jesus, like I said, I'm 51, I'm not old. I know a lot of people get offended when I say I'm old because they'll check me in the comments, and I thank you guys for that, and I apologize at the same time. I would like to get married again one day. I would like to settle down. Right now, I am settled. I mean, I'm not out in the street. Most of my videos you guys see me perform are from one of the rooms in my house, So I'm not out in the street, I'm not running around. Hell, it's like 4-something afternoon in the evening. I'm at home doing this video. And it's like 90 degrees outside. I should be at a pool somewhere. But I'm pretty much a homebody. So I feel like if the right woman did come along, I believe that, I am a settled in person. I'm settled down, I'm not wild. I still love doing my fishing and my YouTube videos, and I like to eat seafood, and I like to fry chicken wings, and I eat a lot of candy. But I would love to get married again one day. Do I see myself getting married again one day? I mean, Jesus. I don't know, man. I honestly don't even know. I mean, jeez. I don't know if I'm really ready for that again. I mean, I just don't know if I'm really, really ready for that. If my heart and my mind is really into it. I know that I'm settled down. I know that I'm ready to settle down. But to take a leap like that, I mean, I don't know. It would be nice. But again, we have to just see what the future holds. I don't know if the future holds, but if it's in the cards for me to get married again, I mean, I was married for 15 years before, and it really hurted me when that marriage ended, because I never thought, I just never thought that, I don't know, man. I don't know if that's in the cards for me, guys. So, thank you for that question. Moving on to the next question. Someone said, how's your mental health, by the way? How's your mental health, by the way? I love you so much. Thank you for that. My mental health is like, I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, it's great, it's great. I mean, I just, right now, man, I'm really lost and confused at the same time. But I think I'm good, you know, as far as that. I do a lot of thinking. I'm a Gemini. Some people say, well, Geminis, we got split personalities. But Geminis, we are think type of people. We're always thinking of the worst case scenario, the worst possible case scenario. But I do know that my mental health right now is on point. I'm good. I mean, I just, you know, I'm always thinking, guys. I'm just one of those people who's always thinking. Guys, next question. Someone asked, will there be any more videos with Darian this summer? As far as Darian is concerned, Darian will be home this summer in Indiana as him, his mom, stepdad, and other family members have special events planned this summer, which in all fairness is fair because Darian has been down for the last 2 or 3 summers. And in all fairness, Darian should have that time with his extended family back in Indiana. As far as videos is concerned, I don't know. My intentions when I go to Indiana to visit Darian is not to always do videos. It's even though it seems that way, when I go down there, it's mostly just for like fishing and stuff like that. So I can say that I will be down there a lot this summer since Darian will be in Indiana this summer. We may do some videos here and there this summer. We have some other things going on down here in Houston as well this summer. So we'll just see like where that works out. But yes, you know, Darian's my son. So his mom doesn't mind him doing videos with me, but it won't be something that we will be doing all the time when I go visit him. There's been times I actually went and visited him where we didn't do videos. It was just visit, you know. So thanks for that question. Next question. Oh, here we go. Now they want to get to the juicy stuff. Now, you said no holding back. Now, my question is, how do you feel about your ex? I'm not mentioning names. How do you feel about your ex jumping so fast in their relationship with blank, blank, blank? Well, that is the #1 question that I'm sure a lot of people wanted me to answer. And I'm going to answer that question. How do I feel about my ex jumping so fast into a relationship with the next man? I have to say I was surprised. I was surprised because I try to think the best of everyone, you know, especially when you're career minded and your family goals and your team this and team that. I would say, was I hurt by it? Absolutely not. Absolutely, I wasn't affected by this whatsoever. It didn't stop my money, it didn't stop my channel from growing, it didn't stop anything. I was just surprised, but I was always told that shit, nothing ever surprised you anymore. I would say this right here, guys. And again, if those two are watching this video, I don't really care how they feel. I'm not gonna disrespect them. Unless the disrespect is thrown my way, then I will respond aggressively. When you have 2 grown people, single, my thoughts on that is they can do whatever they wanna do. They definitely don't need my permission. We know that image is everything in this world, especially if we call ourselves professional people. Image is everything, and one thing that you want to do is try to protect your image at all costs. This is a situation right here that some people knew it was happening, but nothing was confirmed until my son's mom's birthday. It was dropped on her birthday, and I believe it was dropped in the intent of hurting her and to degrade her. I don't really feel any way about it. I really don't have much of an opinion on it, except that they're both grown, and if this is the type of example that they want to put out there, then that's a choice that they have to live with. Again, they're both grown people. From my understanding, they're about to have a big marriage, a wedding, and all this other stuff, and you know, congrats to them, more power to them, many, many blessings. again, it's, I mean, this is, I just don't even, I mean, I've never seen anything like this in my life, is what I'm gonna say. I've never seen anything like this before. Never. I've never been in a situation where two of my exes wound up with the same exact guy. I've never seen this before. That's my thoughts on this right here. Thank you for that question. Why we never see your daughter and Damon together? Do they have a relationship? Y'all live in Houston. Yes, good question. Damon and my daughter has a relationship, a very good relationship. Guys, everything is not always for the camera. My daughter and son talk, they message each other, they have each other's phone numbers, they FaceTime. There is no weird stuff going on. Everything is not for the camera, guys. My daughter, as you see, my daughter has her own YouTube channel. She has a very decent following over there. My daughter doesn't really upload like that. She's not really into the camera like that. Margaret is in the medical field. She loves her profession. Margaret has a small piece of the YouTube thing, and she's seen how messy that it can be. And she doesn't want that to affect her career because she's in the medical field and she's moving like a professor, like a professional person in the medical field should move. She's not, refuses to be involved with this YouTube stuff. Her and Damon has a very good relationship. Just because y'all don't see them together in videos and stuff, that's a choice that she made. She doesn't want to be in videos. Every once in a while, she'll pop up in a video with her dad. I think that's as far as Margaret's going with it. But people think Margaret and Damon don't talk. They talk, guys. They talk. Those are brothers and sisters. All of my kids communicate with each other. Every last one of them. They all communicate. People think that my youngest son haven't met Damon. My youngest son, Darian, literally lives at the Prince family house. He literally lives at the Prince family house. Everything isn't for the camera, guys. Like, we do family stuff privately. You know, so good question though. That was a very good question. Someone said, when did you start YouTube? I have been a part of YouTube November 16th of 2016. This November 16th would be 6 years that I have been on YouTube. Thank you for that question. Someone said, are you, I screenshotted this. Someone said, are you still in love with your son's mom? And if not, are you ready for a new relationship? I care for my son's mom very deeply. She was, I have a son by her. We have spent a lot of time together, even after her and my breakups with other people in the past. Now we spent time together doesn't mean that we did that kind of time together. We have spent time together, we've talked, we've communicated, we both share tears. I've seen some of the bad stuff that she's went through that was purposely done to her online. I personally think it was extremely sick and disgusted. And it affected me in a bad way, the stuff that happened, because she's my son's mom. And even though we don't see eye to eye all the time in every situation, we have our beef. I do care about that woman greatly. You know, the future of me and her is probably going to be what it is and what it has been for almost the last year. Co-parenting is what we've been doing. We've been co-parenting, some good, some bad. We're not perfect people. The only reason why ours is so publicly known is because we both are content creators, we're entertainers. A lot of our stuff unfolds right here in the internet in front of you guys. So there's no hate there at all. Do I get upset at her? Absolutely. Am I upset at her right now? Absolutely. Do she get upset at me? Absolutely. Is she upset with me right now? Probably so, but she's dealing with a lot more important things in her life right now. So there is no hate when it comes to her. I'm never gonna put any hate out there when it comes to her. I may comment or post something about something that she did or posted that I hated. Something that she posted that I hated. Something that she said that I hated. But when it comes to her, there is no hate there. I have to deal with this woman for the rest of my life, even after my son turns 18. There's college, there's tuition, there's his health, there's everything else that's involved. It's gonna be a long relationship with me and her. So no, there is no hate. We cannot have hate when it comes to our child who is getting older and who's gonna be watching this stuff. Next question. If you had a chance to date celebrities, Beyonce, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, and Megan Thee Stallion, or get $50 million, which one would you pick? $50 million. First of all, I said the $50 million for obvious reasons. Look at me. And look at Beyonce, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion. They way out of my league. They way out of my league. They ain't gonna look at me. But the money is not gonna care what I look like. You know, the money's not gonna care. When it comes to that money, the money doesn't care. The money don't care about image, looks, age, gender, none of that stuff. The money doesn't discriminate. But when you these people right here, you got the power to pick and choose. You know, they got it going on. I mean, these are all three or four successful women. Successful, very successful. The money's not gonna judge me. But if you see me, Damian Cryer, with Beyonce, I'm gonna be judged because they're gonna say, what the hell is she doing with me? If these women see me, if people see me with Nicki Minaj, they're gonna say, what is she doing with Damian Cryer? If they see Cardi B with me, what are they gonna say? What is she doing with Damian Cryer? If they see Megan Thee Stallion and me together, they're gonna judge us. What do you think they're gonna say? But the money, the 50 million, is never gonna judge me. Never. That was a really good question. Kind of funny at the same time. Thank you for that. Someone asked, you been mad at your baby's mama this time. Is this a series? No, it's not a series, guys. It's not a series at all. It just means that we don't have a very good track history when it comes to a lot of things. Even when our relationship ended and she was in another relationship, we had bad blood. Even when her relationship ended from that relationship, we still had bad blood. She's single and I'm single and we still have bad blood, but we still have a child. I don't feel like, you know, what me and her do, people are not gonna never take us serious again. People won't, and you know, I've expressed that multiple times. People will never take me and her serious again. Even if we were to get involved in a serious relationship, people will never take us serious again. There's just too much happening. You know, just too many things that's been said. And you know, not just from her, but from me too. I'm not Mr. Innocent. I'm not Mr. Goody Two Shoe. I'm not gonna put all the blame on her. I've had a big part in a lot of stuff. I mean, you know, I got angry one day and I put her out my house. You know, that was put on out there for the world to see. It's gonna be out there for my son to see. It's gonna be out there for her family to see. You know, no serious at all, guys. The stuff that's going on right now, you know, it's really hurtful, to say the least, but it's real. There's nothing fake about what's going on. But I will say this right here. it's not just her that I'm really upset at and frustrated. I'm frustrated about the games that's been played in her direction because I still have a child by her. And I don't want to see her do something to herself based off of what somebody else is trying to do to her. That stuff is, you know, the stuff that's been going on for these last 6 months, it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. If her dad was alive right now, God rest his soul, I would have to agree with everything that this man would have to say. Because what's going on is wrong. It's dirty and it's grimy. It's dirty and grimy. And I can't wait till that baby get here. You know, her views shoot through the roof. You know, she'll win. She'll be the star. She's gonna be the one that's gonna come out on top. And that's one thing that I always told her. At the end, you will get the last laugh. I promise you that. And I hope that she does. Regardless of what men her go through, I want her to win. I want her to come out on top. And as God is my witness, she's going to. She's going to. Do you plan on doing videos with your 2 younger sons and granddaughter all together this summer? That's a very good question. That is one question that I'm not sure I can answer because, as I said earlier, you failed to plan, you plan to fail. All I'm gonna say is that this summer is gonna be just as lit as any other summer, guys. It's gonna be lit just like any other summer. We never fail you guys. We never fail you, not once. Good question. I got more questions coming in, guys, as I'm actually doing a Q&A. A lot of people are probably just getting off work and stuff and starting to see the posts and responding to the Q&A. Somebody said, who is the new person coming to your channel? Did I say that? Did I say something about my oh, I said something in my video the other day that a change is coming to the channel. I don't really have anyone in mind, guys, that's coming to my channel. Although I may be working with other people. You guys have heard me say in the past that I was gonna be trying to do collaborations with other content creators, mainly smaller content creators who needs the support and needs the lift and boost, just trying to get more subscribers and views on their channel. A lot of these smaller content creators, I do watch their content, believe it or not, I do. And I see some of them are so consistent, but they're not getting the views and stuff because they need that extra push, just like me. I don't think nobody would really have been watching my videos if it wasn't for the Prince family giving me that extra push, you know? So I do have some people in mind that I'm thinking of working with, and these people don't even know that they're the people. They have no idea. They have no idea what I'm watching. I've never even commented, but I see them grinding. They drop videos almost, this is actually 2 separate couples. They actually drop videos every single day. And you know, they're being consistent. And I think that they need that little push just like everybody else needs that little push. So as far as right now, guys, no one knew what's coming to the channel, but what I did say in the video the other day was that there's gonna be a change to the channel. As far as like, I know people want to see the pranks and stuff. They like the old silly ass Damon who be running around doing silly stuff, jumping on the couches and flipping off and all this stuff. That stuff is coming back soon, guys. But that doesn't mean that there's no one coming to the channel. I have tried that. I have put people on and I done made people known that no one even knew or never heard of. Every time, stab me in the back and now think that they're better than me. The person who put them on, who made them even known to this platform, think they're better than me. But it's all good, guys. Okay, so no one knew it's coming to the channel. Let's see who these messages are. Turn my volume down, turn my ringer off. I usually turn my ringer off, guys, when I'm filming. So I do apologize for that. Okay, Somebody asked me, are you still going out of town? I'm at home. That's why I dropped the video yesterday too, because I needed you guys to see that I didn't just drop my son off. I had plans of going out of town. Thank God I did not tell Darian that I was coming, because it would have broke his heart and would have been a big disappointment to him. So I did not tell him. I usually don't tell people when I'm going out of town. And that's why I was so upset when it made it to social media. No one knew I was leaving. I don't like people to know when I'm out of town, because my house is vulnerable, even though I got cameras everywhere. I don't want nobody to know I'm out of town. Hey, Damien's out of town. Most times when I'm out of town in Indiana and you see a video from me and Darian, I'm not there anymore. I'm already back home. You know, no, I'm not going out of town. I plan on being right here in Houston. So when that call comes that I need to get my son Dion, I'm gonna be right here to get him, because his grandmother has him. She's had him since Sunday. And she has a job, and it's not fair to her to have to miss days of work when I'm right here and I can take care of him myself. He may be with me for a while. You know, by the way, all prayers out to his mom, and I appreciate you all who sent all the love and support over to her direction. But no, I am not still going out of town. This situation had, let's say, canceled this trip. This is a very serious situation. And, you know, it happened, it's a situation that happened that wasn't expected. Like, we know Dion is with me from Thursday and he goes home Sunday. But we wasn't expecting that when a day came for him to go home that this was gonna happen. Nobody seen that coming. Only God knew that was gonna happen. So, plans change, my plans change. And I don't mind, I'm not upset that I had to stay in Houston. I can go to Indiana next month, June. I mean, the kids will be out of school and everything. So I'm right here in Houston. I'm not upset about it. I'm very happy that I'm able to be behind to still help out, you know, because it is a very serious situation. Regardless how I feel about things put on the internet about me, or posts made about me, or I feel shots made, regardless how I feel about any of that, it's best that I'm here so I can be able to get him. Thank you for that question. Next one. Will your next relationship be with someone closer to your age range? It's a possibility. Anything's possible. I'll tell you guys the honest truth. Maybe that's the problem that I've been having all along. Maybe it's the choices that I made. But the same thing that happened to me with the younger women could just as much happen to me as with the older woman. I mean, and that's no offense. Do I think dating an older person would probably make a difference? Maybe. 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 Something I haven't tried. Who knows? I don't know. But what I do know is that I'm not out searching for anyone. I'm not online looking for anyone. I'm just trying to enjoy my life as far as having peace, not worried about stress, not worried about what the next person is doing, not worried about who the next person is communicating with, not worried about nothing, man. Right now, I don't worry about nothing. I have none of that going on in my life. I wake up every day, I feed my dog, my rabbit, I get in my car, my truck, and I pretty much drive and go do what I want to do. So right now, I'm not even really looking for a relationship. I did ask you guys a while back, do you think it's too soon for me to start dating? People had their opinions on it, this and that. But even though I made a video, I know what I'm going to do. Right now, I'm not even, yeah, I would like to start dating. Of course, I would like to sit down and enjoy a pizza with somebody, or, you know, a nice dinner and a movie. But I'm not gonna put myself out there like I'm thirsty, because it's hard for me to date somebody who don't already know who I am. I think in order for me to find a legitimate date, I would have to go to a dating website and create a fake profile or something, because it's hard for me to meet somebody who doesn't already know me. I mean, it's true. It's true. If people already know who I am, what I'm about, they're gonna expect too much off of me, too much out of me in the beginning. And I want my relationship to be based off of, you know, something real. You know, but I don't know. Here we go. Again, I will not be mentioning names, guys. Do you think it's weird that such and such is dating the man such and such was once involved with? I actually feel like blank is trying to get back at the both of you. I think it's very, very weird, you know, but my opinion don't mean nothing to those people, man. I mean, they're doing their thing. I mean, y'all accomplished your mission, man. I mean, great job. Y'all accomplished your mission. Keep on grinding. Don't forget to put an ad every minute in y'all videos. You know, do I think that the stuff they're doing is trying to get back at both of us? Again, the stuff that those two do does not, and I repeat, does not affect me. Nothing that those two do not affect me. My bag is still secured. It was before I met the individual, and it most definitely was after we exited each other's life. The stuff that they do does not affect me whatsoever. I don't care about it. I don't watch it. Sometimes I see a clip pop up in a video that I'm watching on somebody else's channel. The stuff is kind of funny to me. I mean, literally, it's funny. I've never, like I said earlier in the video, I've never seen anything like this in my life, ever. This is not only dangerous, but it's just, it's out there, man. It's out there, because there's a lot of men in Houston. There's hundreds of thousands, if not millions of beautiful women in Houston. So me personally, I already know what it is. I already know what it is. You know, and I believe that people was trying to really make my son's mom go through it. And even though that I've seen some pain, she laughed at a lot of stuff because it was kind of comical. I think that she's gonna be just fine though. I think that she's gonna be just fine. Do I think that it's weird? I'm not gonna sit here and bite my tongue because that's not what this video is about. It's weird as hell. Everybody knows it's weird. It's weird. I don't think nothing like this has ever happened on YouTube before. I believe that it was all to hurt my son's mom. That's what it was all about. It was all to hurt her. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna say this, man. God is good. God is really good. He's really good. I've seen a lot. There's a lot that I know. I better not say that. I'll just wait till you guys see it. Let's just sit back and just watch, guys. Just sit back and watch. Thanks for that question. Next person asks, what's your favorite restaurant you like to eat at? Taco Bell. I love me some soft taco supremes with the hot fire sauce. Taco Bell. Now, we're talking fast food restaurants. I would say Taco Bell is one of my favorite fast food restaurants. One of my favorite non-fast food restaurants to have like a nice dinner or something. My son and mother took me to, I think on Valentine's Day, it's a Brazilian restaurant called Brazos. That right there has to be one of my favorite restaurants. That is a restaurant I would definitely love to go back again and eat at. I've had their dinner, but I've never had their lunch. Their dinner was so freaking fire, and I don't care if it was $300 or $500 for the couples to eat there. It was well worth it. So I couldn't imagine what their lunch menu would look like. I know what their dinner menu looked like, but their lunch menu has to be off the freaking charts. So thank you for that question. Moving on to the next question. Someone asked, Star asked, how are you mentally and emotionally? Mentally, I am 100% good. Emotionally, I'm about 80% good. Again, I am bothered by some things, you know, that I don't agree with. And like I said, it was, you know, one of my worst fears No, it's any person's worst fear when you think that something's going to go one way and then it end up going another way. I mean, that's anyone's fear. But I think emotionally, 80%. I'm like 80%, still bothered by certain topics and situation concerning my personal involvement in the situation. So thank you for that question. Oh wow, this is gonna be a long one right here, guys. This is like multiple questions. Really itching. Okay, this person had 3 questions that they asked, guys. But before I answer these, I'm gonna go change my battery. I did tell you guys that this was gonna be a long video. So if y'all gotta get up and leave, I thank you if you made it this far. If you made it this far, thank you, I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. Let's continue. The next question, the very first, okay, so they had 3. Is there a chance that the baby is yours? I'm just gonna be frankly honest with you guys. Man. Like I said before, no, there's no chance. There's a 0 probability. So that's like the biggest question. And, I wish that the baby was mine. Because the baby deserves better. Not to be born into this BS that's going on. That's deliberately, purposely been done. This is wrong. This is really wrong. No human in their right mind would do anything like this, especially publicly. It's wrong. It is fucking wrong. The next question the same person asks, did you change your plans to relocate to Indiana? No, I didn't change my plans. I actually wasn't gonna relocate there. If I remember from the video I made a while back, I was thinking about going out there and looking at a potential property that I might have wanted to purchase for the near future. I am getting older and I don't know if Texas is actually my future. I don't know if this is my future here, guys. This is just not, Texas is not working out for me. Let's just put it that way. Somebody said, will you consider dating again in the near future? Well, yeah, of course. I gotta have somebody to leave something to. I don't plan on just living these last years of my life lonely. I mean, even though that's what it seems like now, but I do plan to date again, guys. Like I said, I don't know what God has in store for me. There's a lot that goes into dating, and right now it would be really hard for me to date someone who genuinely wants to really date me, being my track record online. I mean, some of these people have made me out to look like a really horrible person, guys. I mean, it's people that I brought into this platform that I made blossom on this platform. They just made me look like a liar, a manipulator, a person who uses women for views. That's kind of funny because I got a son that's a multi-millionaire and one of the biggest black YouTube creators on this platform. And I can do videos with him every day if I just pick the phone up and just call him. I mean, I've been put out to be just really, really awful, man. And it really sucks. Still just trying to figure it out. But anyway, the next question. Someone asks, are you still attached to your son's mom? Oh, attracted to your son's mom. Well, she is an attractive woman. I mean, obviously she's been married and, not the fact that she's been married, but she's an attractive woman. She's not a loser. She's not a bum. She's not an ugly looking woman. She's a very attractive woman. Would I say that I am still attracted to her? Well, of course. She's a pretty young lady. Who wouldn't be? So the answer to that question is yes. Again, just because 2 people are upset with each other and don't agree with choices that people post or put in their videos doesn't change how you feel about a person. It just means that you don't agree with some of the BS that's going on. Somebody says, would you ever consider adopting? I don't know, man. I don't know. Would I ever consider adopting? That really wasn't the full question, but I'm not going to read that full question. I think people get the picture. I mean, I'm going to say this right here. If I'm with someone and they have kids, you know, when you get with someone, if you love that person, you love the kids, you take on the responsibility of not just that woman, you take on the responsibility of the kids. That's what it means to be a stepdad. I mean, as far as like what I just, well, who knows, you know? This is a delicate situation. You know, I'm always like, you know, I want to so bad, but I also think of the big picture. You know, y'all ever seen that movie? It was a Tyler Perry movie. It's an old Tyler Perry movie that dropped years ago. The kid dad wanted nothing to do with him. Absolutely nothing. The kid went on to become this basketball championship player, and he was signed to a real league who paid him millions. And the day of the child's big moment, the dad showed up on stage and all of a sudden wanted to be a dad. And it's like me, the way I am about kids, I love children. I'm a father who's never met his own father. Don't even know the bum's name. And that's why this situation right here touches me so much, why it touches me so deep, why it ticks me off so much. Because I know what's going on. And to know that it's done deliberately just really puts me in a really, really bad place. So that's really like a touchy subject, you know, and I am at the most part really, really ticked off about the situation, even though I never really spoke publicly about it on this level right here. I don't feel that I have nothing to lose by saying what I'm saying. And the people that's involved in the situation, I really can care less how they feel, because they didn't have to see what I had to witness with my own eyes. They wasn't there for it. All they cared about was, you know, let's do a video to make people love us, to make us like us more than they like them. I seen the sick games been played, and it was sick, and it still is. Not for long. Next question. This young lady right here also had 3 questions. The first one is, are you interested in someone? At this very moment, if I'm being honest, no. I don't have anyone in my radar. Again, like I said earlier, I have not been looking, searching. I haven't been on any sites like that. I'm still a little bit nervous about the whole dating thing, even though I want to, but it's just scary. It's scary. So right now, no, I do not have anyone on my radar. I have 2 phones. One, you know why I bought the second phone was because I thought that my real dad was reaching out to me. I have 2 phones, 2 phone numbers, and really can't no women even call me right now. They don't have my phone number. Next one, what do you find attractive in a woman? One of the things that I find very extremely attractive in a woman is a woman who don't mind covering herself up. I don't think that everyone should see what your woman has. I like my woman, I mean, she ain't got to be dressed all the way down to her ankles, and I would like a woman who wears tight-fitting clothes. I think it's very sexy, very attractive. What I don't like is a person who shows too much. One thing that I do not like a lot, and I say this in a lot of my videos, I really don't like to date women with a bunch of tattoos. I feel like I'm making love to a can of paint. And that's no disrespect to women with tats. I think they're very sexy, they're nice looking. I just prefer not to have a woman with too many tattoos. One thing I do find attractive in a woman is her smile. A smile says a lot about a woman. Personality is everything, but the smile just, I could look at a woman all day if she has the right smile on her face. Number 3, what expectations do you have of yourself? What expectations do you have of yourself? It's a very good question. I have high expectations, but not extremely crazy. You know, I'm a very respectable person who likes to have his respect in return. I don't know, there are so many. you know, work hard. I expect that my partner would work as hard as I do as far as trying to accomplish our goals and our dreams. There is a lot, but when it comes to expectations, like, I'm not high maintenance. I don't care if you wear a pair of $100 shoes or a pair of $5 shoes. You know, I don't really judge you based off of what you wear. I base you off of how you treat me, the type of person that you are. And most importantly, if you have kids, how you treat your kids, because that is a big part of me. I don't want to be a part of anybody's life who has children and don't give a damn about their children. You know, so moving on. How many kids do you have? I have 6 children. I have 5 living and 1 deceased son. And really, honestly, guys, I don't plan on having any more children. I really don't. Let's see. Wow. That was it of the 24 questions that I had. As I said earlier, while I was doing the video, a couple questions that came in, so I don't want to miss an opportunity to answer some of these individuals' final questions that they brought to the table. So we have, let's see. Okay. At Keeping Calm had asked, would you ever date a younger woman again? Very good question. It all depends on how young the woman is. I have a threshold that I'm not going nowhere near again. I won't say in this video right now. But I will say this, like, I will date a woman that's younger than me, but it all depends on how much younger. Because, you know, I'm convinced that, you know, if I continue doing the same thing, I'm going to continue getting the same results. If I want different results in my relationships, I have to try different things, you know. And it's, you know, I do want different results. I don't want the same results for myself, you know. Someone asks, let's see, King 2346692 asks, do you see yourself getting back with any of your kids' moms? You know, honestly, most of my kids' moms are already married now, you know, moved on with their life, you know, been married for a lot of years. And my other kids' moms, who is not married, has been in long-term relationships. And from what I see and what I know, they are very, very happy. They doing their things, and I'm proud of them. I don't really see myself, you know, getting back with any of them. Of course, we don't know what the future holds, man. You know, you guys seen the back and forth with me already on the recent one. And, you know, it's a situation that's, you know, I can't just walk away totally. You know, we already tried this. We both was in separate relationships, you know, and we both found ourselves, you know, back in each other's presence, you know, whether it was talking or communicating or trying to, you know, uplift each other in our own ways. But I highly doubt if something like that would occur. Again, we don't know what God has in store for us. None of us do. We don't even know if we're gonna even make it to see the next day. But I will say this though, man, everything happens for a reason. Now, if the Q&A part is done, I wanna talk to you guys about something real quick, because some people's not gonna like this video once it's released. And like I said, I'm gonna be the first one to tell you, I don't care. I don't care. You know, y'all got something y'all wanna say, you go right ahead. Because there's a baby that's a victim that didn't deserve none of this stuff. All the games that's been played, all the degrading, all the little slick subliminals fired for the last several months, we both seen it. We knew who it was after. We knew who those shots was meant for. We know what it is. But the truth of the matter is, me and this young lady are the ones who made these people who they are today. They gained a 5, 10, 15,000 subscribers off of us. But when they left, they didn't take nothing with them. Because why is it on my channel, they didn't leave with, I mean, I'm 500 plus and still growing. They didn't leave with all those subscribers. They left with a few. The few that left with them are the few who didn't like me. You know, things is not what you guys think it is. People see certain things and it's nothing like what y'all think. Don't believe the hype, man. Don't believe everything that comes out people's mouths, because a lot of stuff they saying is all just a big game, man. This situation made it started off as a game just to piss people off. Again, it didn't affect me. I didn't really give two craps about it. Again, I don't know these people, and the one I was involved with, I didn't know that individual but for like a couple months. And you guys see what happened when it ended. Lies started being flared around. I had to show my proof. I decided not to release the other set of videos, which I most likely is a high probability that I won't, unless I have to. Because one thing I would not do is ever forget. History doesn't do anything but repeat itself, just with different people. That's it. So if you find yourself in a situation like this, man, just know that it's gonna be better days ahead. You know, I always tell my children the same thing. The same thing that make a person laugh, it's gonna be the same thing that's gonna make them cry. You know, everything is gonna be okay. I pray for a happy, successful delivery to my son's mom. I'm hoping the best for her and that baby, regardless of how we feel, regardless of what we go through on this internet. I'm still wishing her the best. Regardless, I still got her back. Still got her back. Despite what some people may feel about us, the relationship, the toxicity, I still have a son by her. And I definitely don't want anything to happen to her. I would never ever do with her to her what these people have done to her. I would never put her through anything like that. I've been there since day one. I've been there for her even when she didn't even know I was there. So all the games that's been played, you know, it's really, really sad, man. It's really, really sad. You know, and at some point it will come to an end. And like I said yesterday's video, I will be here to see it. Because karma is real. It's real, man. It's real. Don't ever forget that, y'all. And what I said earlier at the beginning of this video, you can do commentator videos on anybody that you want. If a person's gonna try to bring legal action against you, they have to first prove to their team, their lawyers, that they've reached out to you via email, text message, or call. People can't just sue you just because they want you to stop. All those stuff, all that is just threats for you guys to stop saying stuff. I'm definitely not gonna stop saying nothing. I'm not gonna stop, because if I feel that something is wrong and it's dirty, I'm gonna make it be known so you guys can be aware of the type of people that y'all dealing with. You know, all that love and stuff, man, that stuff, man, listen, bro. It's not what you think it is, man. I can say so much. I've held so much in. Stuff that you guys don't even know about. I know a lot of stuff. You know, stuff that was stopped last year from happening. I know everything. I just never said anything. You know, and I pray to God that it's never pulled out of me, because it's gonna be bad. Anyway, man, I want to just do this Q&A, guys, just let you know how I feel about this whole situation, the whole subject. Normally in my Q&As, I wouldn't even respond to certain questions, but I put it out there that I wasn't holding back in this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Those of you who made it through this whole hour and some change long video, I appreciate it, man. Feel free to drop your comments in the comment section down below. I love all of you guys, man. I want to give a huge shout out to every one of you guys who commented on my Insta story for this Q&A. I love you guys. Until next time, I'm Damon Cryer, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Peace.